I'm joined by Nancy Chance, Executive Director of the Good Samaritan Network of Hamilton County. Hi, Nancy.
Hi, how are you?
Good. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
Good Samaritan Network, for those who are not familiar with it, is a network of not-for-profits here in Hamilton County. They work together to serve the needs of those residents who are at risk or underserved. Nancy, you guys have really had to step up your game in the past few weeks. Tell us about the need in our community.
The need in our community has exponentially risen. Basically, our food pantries are at an all-time high. Most food pantries are anywhere from 20 to 80% increase in every location. We have 25 food pantries, 10 communal sites, which have been canceled because of the COVID. We can't have people sitting in community sites. So that's also increased so that those people are now finding pantries instead of sit-down meals.
There may be some people facing food insecurity for the first time ever. What do they need to know? How do they go about finding a food pantry to help?
Go to our website, www.gsnlive.org, and we have the food pantry list there. You can download it, or you can you flip through it and find the different pantries that would be closer to your home, and that is the best way. We also have the Gleaners Mobile Food schedule, and that's the third Friday and Carmel United Methodist Church from 1 to 3, and also the first Thursday in Sheridan from 4 to 6 p.m. at the Sheridan High School parking lot. And Westfield is the third Wednesday, April through September, and that's going to be from 4 to 6 p.m., and that'll be at St. Maria Goretti parking lot.
I am sure that those pantries are feeling a little stressed right now. They may need donations, but are they accepting donations? Has COVID changed how they handle those procedures?
Yes, COVID has changed how we handle donations. We are trying to wait till the pandemic lifts and then do food drives and food requests. The reason being, you have to leave the food 48 hours and then separate it. You have to have gloved and masked people doing that. It's just changed the whole way we do business. All of our stock coming in from Gleaners Midwest and all the other suppliers that we have from Texas and other areas are doing the same thing. They're doing shrink wrap around the skids, and then we take the skids shrink wrap off before we ever take it into the pantry, put it into the trash, and then change gloves and change masks, and then take it into their pantry. So we've been very, very, very careful with how we get the food into the pantries. We've been doing 43 pantries. We've done over 100,000 pounds just in the last 4 weeks.
Wow.
I know that's a lot.
Yeah, that's a lot. Some people I know are going to be facing the real possibility of getting behind on their rent or their utilities at this point. What can you tell them? What kind of support's there for them?
Okay, rent, we're actually putting the clients to the trustees first. That's what their request has been. The trustees are trying to change their guidelines a little bit to be more flexible, to help to make sure these people don't get too far behind, and when the pandemic lifts, that they're not in the rear so much. And so we're sending them to the trustees first. And then if they need a referral back to us, maybe the guidelines are just way too high. The family made too much money in the last 12 months, and now they've just gotten laid off. They may not qualify, so they're sending them to us for that. Also, utilities, we have the Energy Assistance EAP program for the state of Indiana in the Good Samaritan office, and we're taking applications through May 15th. We haven't heard from the state yet if they're going to extend that, because May 15th is the deadline to stop that program, but since we've been closed for 2 months, I'm not sure if that'll be extended. That may or may not be the case, but we're trying to get as many in as we can. And it also is online at our www.gsnlive.org, and you can download that, fill out the application, which is the third and fourth page, take the little educational quiz at the end, and then we need a photo ID, Social Security cards for all family members, and a copy of the most recent bills. If they want to do Duke and Veteran both, then I need a copy of both. They can send it to us, eap@gsnlive.org, and it automatically goes into the computers for the girls that do that daily.
A little shift in questioning here. Being in close quarters with the ones we love can be a challenge even for the best of us. What
Yes.
about those who may be experiencing domestic violence or addiction or mental health issues? Where can they
Right.
find help?
We are working hand in glove with Prevail Crisis Line, and that is 24/7. It's area code 317-773-6942, and it's a 24-hour crisis hotline. And we're encouraging families that are stressed to the max to please call that line to get that additional help. People that are having mental issues or mental health issues, there is a portal through the Aspire program through Carmel and Noblesville in Hamilton County, and they are taking families and also doing counseling over the phone and also doing the directive to help to prevent suicide and also the stress of all the things people are going through right now.
So for those of us who are in a position to help, I know people really want to be able to help and do something right now. It's difficult, but what do you have there for people to do?
I think the main thing our agencies and our pantries and Good Samaritan need is money. And people often think that it's large amounts of money, and it isn't. You know, we survive, Good Samaritan does, on 10, 15, 50, $100 donations year round for the last 40 years. And every little bit helps to maintain those programs that we desperately need to maintain, especially now, because even when the pandemic lifts, we're going to have a huge job ahead of us.
So how do I make that donation? Where can I go?
You can go to our website, www.gsnlive.org, and there is a button there that you can donate to us. And all of our agencies, if you prefer Prevail, Aspire, all those different agencies have their own websites, and you can just Google it and find it and go to their website and donate.
Fantastic.
Also,
Nancy Chance with the Good Samaritan Network of Hamilton County. Nancy, thank you so much for all the work you guys are doing. We so appreciate it.
Well, thank you so much for giving us the opportunity to talk.